What's up guys, my name is Rylan and today we're going to be looking at the overall ownership cost of this $50,000 BMW at the age of 21 years old. And we'll be factoring in the monthly cost as well as the yearly cost associated with this car. So if you're curious for yourself or someone else, this will give you a great representation of how much this car costs monthly and or yearly. So right off the bat guys, this is a 2015 BMW M235i. I have it lightly tuned and she is a blast to drive, let me tell you, but she is also pretty dang expensive. So let's not waste any time and go ahead and jump right into the ownership cost of this vehicle. Oh, and one more thing guys, if you want to see the complete review or my overall driving impressions of this vehicle, go ahead and click that link right here, or maybe it's here. Either way, yeah, it's a cool video. Make sure you guys check it out, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button guys. I'm gonna be posting a video once every week and you don't want to miss a thing, from reviews, tutorials, DIYs to just hooning around. Let's get this thing going. Okay guys, so right off the bat I want to tell you that I am leasing this car currently. It's a 3-year lease and the payments are $482 a month. So I'm not buying this car yet. I will be at the end of the lease, and take that to note that the payments will be higher if you're buying it, probably a couple $100 more. So instead of $482, expect like, you know, $600, $680 range. Now jumping into the insurance on this vehicle, and you know, the payment's not bad at all to lease. No problem whatsoever with that. It's under $500, totally doable. However, insurance on a 21-year-old in this vehicle, I'm paying $320 a month in insurance. I have State Farm and I have no accidents and no traffic violations whatsoever that's showing up on my record. So gives you a representation of just how expensive insurance is on a sports car if you're a guy who's 20, 21 years old, 22, 23, doesn't matter. It's very pricey. It's almost, you know, it's just $100 basically shy of my car payment every month. So definitely astronomical in price. Now another big cost associated with this vehicle is gas mileage, and that is partly due to the reason that this vehicle is tuned. I have a stage 1 tune from ESS, and while it's extremely fun to drive, it does eat away at the gas. So I'm only getting about 19 miles MPG average, and this car is rated at, I believe, like 23 city and 26 or 27 highway. So definitely brought my MPG down, but was it worth it? For the tune, I say yes, 100%. Now to break down the cost associated with gas, I'm paying about $46 every time I fill my tank up, and I usually fill my tank up once a week. So $46, 12-gallon tank, takes premium gas. So with that being said, gas yearly cost around $2,360. That's $46 every single week. That's definitely an average. I am pretty hard on my car sometimes, but sometimes you know, I milk it around the city, or if I want to conserve gas. So it's a kind of a average driving characteristic. About $46 a week is pretty much right for this vehicle with the tune. Now, fortunately, in regards to maintenance, I've had to pay absolutely nothing. So BMW used to do this. They don't do it anymore. I believe they stopped in 2017, where they offer you 3 years if you lease a vehicle or buy 3 years of completely maintenance-free coverage. So that means windshield wipers, oil, spark plugs, anything and everything besides tires that could go wrong on your car or would need changed, it's all covered. So I haven't had to pay a dime in any maintenance fees. If you didn't have maintenance-free coverage, you know, oil is going to cost you around $140 a year in this vehicle, and spark plugs, especially if you have a tune, spark plugs will only last you maybe a year. Mine go out every like 10-11 months now since I've had the tune, and that's another $140 cost. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. But if you do buy a new BMW and you want to lease it or buy it, you still have the option to get maintenance-free coverage for 3 years, but I think they charge you premium for that now. I believe it's anywhere from $800 to $2,000 for full coverage on everything for 3 years, which it's definitely worth it because, you know, brake pads and rotors and whatnot, that's all covered.
12 seconds later.
Want to end up in Mexico or anything?
See that camera right
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
That's capturing everything so that
Cool, excellent.
there's no discrimination going on and
Yeah, right on.
feels offended or anything.
Was I going into Mexico right there? Was that the
You would
road?
have. If you kept on going for another 12 miles.
I know, I saw this and I was like, I'm turning around.
Oh, okay.
So I'm actually pretty new to this area, so.
Is that right? Is that you just buy this thing?
No, I've had it for about 2.5 years now.
Because I see a
Oh, yeah. So I'm actually filming a video on the overall, you know, operation cost and everything associated with this vehicle. Yeah, so.
Is that M3?
It's a M235.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have a good day.
Okay, cool, man.
Bye-bye.
Hey, take it easy. Now, another thing to factor in is tires. And this, you know, cost doesn't occur every single year unless you're really, really hard on your vehicle or you just drive a ton of miles. But I have a staggered setup Michelin Sport 4S tires, so they're pretty high performance, and honestly, they're not too bad for this vehicle. So the front at 235 wide section tires are $180, and in the back 255 section rears, they're about $220. So overall, you know, the tires are around $800, $850, not too bad, and these ones are rated at over 30,000 miles, and I'm already 15,000 miles into these tires and they still have a lot of tread left. So if I was to recommend a tire on this car, I'd recommend the Michelin Sport 4S's. Just overall great grip. Alright guys, so I'm going to give you a complete quote of how much this vehicle costs for 1 whole year if you don't have maintenance free coverage, and if nothing goes wrong with your vehicle whatsoever. So no problems, nothing that you need to get fixed, yada yada, which this is a pretty reliable car. I've had no issues whatsoever. Owned this vehicle for 2.5 years and nothing's went wrong with it. So it's very likely that you will have the same case scenario. But if you factor in about $140 for spark plugs and $120 for oil a year, and then you factor in insurance for, you know, a 21-year-old, $320, and then you factor in the car payment itself for a lease, $482, and gas, $46 every single week, you're looking at a grand total of roughly $12,250. So that is definitely pretty steep. And if you want to break it down into an individual month, it's about $975 a month. It's not cheap whatsoever. A lot of people just look at the car payment itself and not factor in any of the other things. But is it worth it? To me, 100% yes. This vehicle is just such a joy to drive, and every time I'm just excited about going anywhere and everywhere in this vehicle. So 100%, I think it's worth it, And if you're considering getting something like this at the age of 20, 21, 22, 23, whatever you may be, just remember, you know, you're gonna have to put in some hard work, but it is a blast to have a vehicle like this at a young age, that's for sure. And you know, the ladies love it, so what can I say? You get enjoyment yourself and keeping the lady fellows happy, so it's a win-win situation. Just your wallet kind of takes a beating, but other than that, smooth. Now with that being said, guys, you can definitely get the yearly cost associated with this vehicle lower, especially if you're older. Then you're obviously not going to spend as much in insurance costs, which is definitely a big portion of the cost right there. If you don't drive as much, if this is not a daily driver for you, then that'll bring down the cost of gas. And just if you have the maintenance free coverage, you're going to save money there. But overall, you're still going to be above $10,000 a year to own or lease a $50,000 vehicle. So that's something to keep in mind. Make sure you crunch all the numbers for yourself before buying or leasing something like this, so you don't get, you know, in over your head. Alright guys, well, I'm gonna wrap this video up here. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something new. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and leave a like and a comment, and stay tuned for my next video, guys. It will be very cool. It will be something you guys will want to watch. I'm hypnotizing you to tune in to my next video. And I'm gonna stop now. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.